Many times, while searching for CFD topic, you must have seen very nice looking moving animations or videos taken out of CFD analysis. We will see here how to do this when you use *CCM Plus for CFD. We can animate information in a scene by activating the animation object within the displayer of the scene. This object is represented by the Animations node, which has properties and is subject to common menu items. Which kinds of animation are available? Scalars can be animated with the sweeping of a plane section or an iso surface. However, their other characteristics are controlled through the scalar displayer. How to set up an animation? Select the Animations node of the displayer. In the Properties window, change the Animation Mode property using these guidelines. For vectors, from off to pulse glyphs. For streamlines, from off to tracers for streamlines. For derived arts, from off to sweep. This is shown in the figure. This step adds a subnode to the Animations node. The animation toolbar is available by default. If not, display it. How to control the movement of the animation? After you set up the animation, click the Play, Pause Animation Toolbar button to start it. This causes the animation to move at its default settings. To pause the motion, click the Play, Pause Animation button again. This button toggles between motion and freeze frame. When the animation is in freeze frame, you can move the animation ahead or back one frame at a time. Click the single step forward button to move ahead and the single step backward button to move back. To stop the motion, click the Stop Animation button. In streamline animations, this restores the standard appearance of the streamlines. How to control the speed of animation? In order to make an animation move faster or slower, select its node and enter number of seconds in the cycle time property. Also, the number of frames per second can be controlled in the scene attributes. These are the ways using which we can control the speed of animation. Till now, we have seen how to create or modify an animation. But for using animations elsewhere in a report of presentation, we have to export them in some video file or other file format. This is called as recording the animation onto separate files. It is possible to record a segment of the animation onto separate files. We can use either a commonly used type of video file like AVI or a set of frames in .png graphics format. These are the steps to record animations. Make sure that the particles appear and move exactly as you want them. Adjust all the properties and view the particles animation toolbar in motion. Press the right movie toolbar button. Prepare the specifications for the recording. Navigate to the file location of your choice. For an AVI movie, enter a file name as you would for saving any other file. Click Save. *CCM Plus then generates the animation file. The .png files can then be animated with your media program of choice. The .avi file can be played in a typical Windows media player or its equivalent in Linux. Let us see the specifications one by one. Frame rate. This will decide the number of frames per second or FPS. More frames show smoother movement but take more time and computing power for recording and playback. Fewer frames allow the file to run more efficiently but may show breaks in the movement. The default rate for animation in *CCM Plus is 25 FPS. To try an alternate rate, change it in the properties of the animation object in the scene's attributes and then preview the animation again as in step 1. Start time. This will start the animation at a time other than t equals 0. Animation length. This will decide the time length of the animation. Size. This will specify the movie size for viewing. Movie type. This will select the method for recording the animation. AVI movie. This is the default setting. Directory of PNG frames. We can use this radio button if we prefer to record each individual frame as a graphic file. Type the directory path name into the file name text box of the dialog. The scene results like contours and vector images can also be exported as output. What are the ways to export? 1. Exporting for interactive 3-dimensional viewing. 2. Saving to an image file manually. 3. Printing scene images. How to export an interactive 3-dimensional scene? You can export the contents of a scene to a .sce or VRML file form. You can open the .sce file in StarView Plus and work with the same 3-dimensional image that you had in StarCCM Plus. The VRML file can be viewed using a suitable third-party viewer such as Cortana 3D Viewer. In both cases, you can interact with the image to rotate, pan, and zoom. The image file can be written in any of the following formats available in the Dialogs Files of Type drop-down list: PostScript.ps, Bitmap.bmp, NetPBM superformat or .pnm, Joint Photographic Exports Group or .jpg, and Portable Network Graphics or .png.